What is going on, guys, and welcome to today's video. Today is like the nicest it has been so far. I think it's like 65, 67 degrees out. It's beautiful. It's a little cloudy, but it's whatever. First mission of today is clean the inside of this fucking thing, because as you guys know, our shop is surrounded by dirt, and with dirt brings dirty car interiors. And over the winter of us tinkering with things, it's just full of like pieces of wire, and like I got it in the cracks of the seats and shit. It's just not appealing at all. This entire stuff up here is just all dust. So I'm gonna take the old shop back there, and we're gonna clean this thing out. And some of you guys might say, dang, Mike, you need some floor mats, that way you don't get your carpet all disgusting. Well, huge shout out to Random Archives. I'll leave his Instagram right here. He makes some super cool floor mats, and he sent me out a set for the Soarer. And they're in front of me here, and they are some of the coolest floor mats I have seen. These are so badass. One of them's already a little dirty from me using them, but I'm gonna clean that before I put them back. If you guys want to check out Random Archives on Instagram, I will leave his Instagram here, and I believe that he will be opening his website very soon, so you can get a set of these for yourself. He sent stuff out to Randy and the whole crew from Eliminate and all that stuff, and he sent me out a set of his floor mats, and I couldn't be more grateful. Thank you, man. These are super cool. But I can't put those in here until this interior is clean, so let's get going. Oh, and I also bought a new microphone because the old one just shit the bed. So hopefully this microphone fixes the weird audio issues that we were having. I don't know about you guys, but that looks so much better. Everything is nice and clean. Carpets are all clean. Floor mats are looking awesome. Dash is clean. Everything's black. It looks awesome. Now when people get in my car, I don't have to feel bad because my car is completely disgusting. Now it is all clean and ready for guests. Which, speaking of guests, we are actually going to have a bunch of them over today, which is awesome because the weather is absolutely gorgeous out, and we deserve to all enjoy it. Thank you. Now the past few days I haven't really been doing much to this car, just a couple little tiny things here and there that weren't really worth filming. One of them, which is the sun visors. Every single time I talk about the sun visors in the videos, or you see them in the videos, you guys always say that they are tan, but now they are black. And you can't even tell. I mean, the camera's having a hard enough time picking it up. There you go, you can kind of see them now. Nice and black. They look much better, and they fit the car. I also painted the dome light, all that stuff. All right, so because it is so nice out today, we decided to have our very first barbecue of the year. And I like to have these barbecues all the time during the spring, summer, fall. And this is the first one. And Pierce, Matt, Brett, they just showed up, and Pierce's car started rolling like 3 times as much coal as normal. He wants me to give it a rip.
Hell yeah, you ready, brother?
Give it a rip. You're fucking staining my street. But we're gonna go and get some food. We need to grill, and then we'll come back.
Fat boys.
It's so funny seeing 2 large boys in a small ass truck. Matt's hand is literally like maybe 8 inches from touching the ground.
I'm gonna die today. Why?
The next day.
Did you go get donuts?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They didn't have enough blueberry to make you a coffee, so we didn't do it.
Good morning, guys. Last night we had a lot of fun. I didn't really film too much, but it was just good to have the first barbecue of the year and all that stuff. But
You have the peep donut.
they got a peep. Ooh. You guys already know I like my little peep. I literally woke up just 5 minutes or so ago.
6 minutes.
but we're gonna be heading to the shop very soon, and it should be a fun day. I want to try and fix something on the Soarer, and you need to fix some stuff on the Caddy.
Shifter bushings.
Shifter bushings. They're shot. I mean, the shifter orientation in like the Caddy truck is so weird. How reverse is before first, so every single time, it's really weird. But I'm gonna enjoy my little peep. I'll get a coffee. These guys already got a coffee, but then we'll go to the shop. We got all the boys behind us. We're heading to the shop. I got my coffee, so I'm finally awake. Let's get some shit done.
Boy, eat that pussy 2445.
We made it here alive.
So we're at the shop. I gotta pull the Civic out because this is hopefully coming out today.
Is that your
Hopefully. And the R32 has left and has been replaced with an R35, which is Steven's brother's car. He's gonna be doing some work on that, but I'm gonna pull this out so that they can get that out eventually. And then we need to figure out what's wrong with the Soarer in terms of it burning oil. So I'm gonna pull this thing out. So Pierce hasn't seen the Civic or driven the Civic since it's been manual swapped. You feel like a real Honda driver now?
Dude. Watch me fucking bang gear here, dude.
Dang, dude, that was pretty sick. So a few days ago, I was driving the Soarer, and as I was driving it, the compressors wouldn't shut off for the air suspension, and I was like, what the hell's going on? Finally they shut off, and I got to look at the PSI numbers on the controller, and they were going down 1 PSI a second. They were going down super fast, and immediately I was like, fuck. I knew what was happening, and the trunk setup broke, essentially. The trunk setup broke, and if you guys remember the trunk setup, I had a second tank that was kind of free floating above the bottom tank, and the lines that went into it cracked on this side, and the entire tank fell off, and the air was just pouring out. So we had to take that tank off, and we capped it just for now so that I can drive this still. And I think we're going to be eventually revamping this trunk setup because, in all honesty, it looks cool, but I miss having a trunk. So we might be doing something later this year to kind of revamp this and make it look a little better because it looks sick. It looks nasty, but I miss my trunk. All right, so Pierce came here because he needs new bushings for his shifter because his shifter is just trash. And speaking of that, Clint's coming back. So he's gonna go meet up with Clint and they're gonna go do that. I'll probably check on him at some point. But I'm gonna pull this thing into the front of the shop because it burns a lot of oil. And it being an old 90s car, you know, it's gonna burn oil. But I wanna try and fix it. And I have a catch can that I want to install today because I feel like that may or may not fix it. If it doesn't, you know, then I'll rule out that and I'll go with something else. But if it does, that'd be sick. Hell yeah. So I'm gonna pull this thing into the shop, or into the front of the shop, because they're doing some work, and we'll pop the hood and try and figure out how to install this thing. I've never done a catch can before, but I know it's pretty easy, and we'll see if it makes any difference. I really hope it does. I know.
I got us another treat.
Oh my god, my fucking dick. So here we have my twin turbo 1JZ Navi VTI, and engine runs great, drives great. There's really nothing wrong with it, but the fact that it burns oil at idle, and it's led me to believe that it was either the PCV or the line, the idle line that goes back into the exhaust side of the manifold. So today we're gonna try and correct that with a catch can. We're still deciding if we want to route both the PCV and the idle line to the catch can, or if we want to keep the PCV where it is, because I did replace that at some point, and just route the idle hose, which is this one right here, It's hard to tell, but it is saturated in oil right there. So I know that it is getting oil pumped through it. And I only really notice the oil burning when I'm at idle, so. That's definitely gonna be the hose that we route. We're just trying to figure out a place to put the catch can, and I'll show you guys the catch can and all that setup and stuff. So here is the catch can. It's just a generic one, but it's got an in and an out, and it also comes with a little filter, so if you do want to vent this to atmosphere, you can. Doesn't really matter if it's baffled on one side, if we both do atmosphere, but
Theoretically,
it should be fine.
something like that.
Yeah, that'll be pretty much what it looks like. And we're just trying to figure out if we want to vent it or reroute it back into the idle line and just let it collect in here. Comes with a really cool dipstick too. This is a really cheap catch can, by the way. I just wanted to see if this would work, you know. If it does work and this is the reason why, then I'll probably just get a better catch can down the road. But for now, this should do it, and we'll see if it fixes things or not. And I also have 2 jugs of Rotella 1040 that I want to put in the car as well, because I have 530 in it right now. That's just really thin oil for this car, so I'm gonna use 2050. 2050. Also, before I forget, I wanted to mention I purchased the paint for the Soarer yesterday, so that should be coming in, and when that comes in, hopefully we will be able to take the car in to start the process of getting it stripped down, painted, that entire process. I'm so excited for that. And then after that, the car will be a whole new color. It's gonna be absolutely insane. I'm so excited for it. All right, so I just got the hose off right here. It was dry rotted as hell. This thing is like legitimately a rock. But the hose is way too big for the catch can. All of the fittings just don't fit, so.
It's also, you know, garbage.
Yeah, so 28-year-old hose. But we're gonna run to AutoZone. We'll get the correct hose for it, and we'll be back. All right, so we were able to get a bunch of hose and some steel wool to put inside, and we took the Civic. We're whipping the Civic.
Yeah, this thing's scary.
Yeah, the clutch pedal still needs a lot of adjustment, and bushings are shot in the shifter and all that stuff, but we're whipping it. I'm honestly debating on making this car my daily driver, just because, yeah, the alignment on this thing is bad. It's really bad, but I'm open to making this thing my daily. I think that I would prefer that over the Subaru any day.
It's no NASCAR.
How's the alignment?
I will show you in a second.
Just don't kill me,
We're
please.
gonna go straight into that Lexus right there.
Oh! It is so bad.
That is not torque steer, everybody.
No.
Whoa, look at that thing. Rad. Extra rad.
Sup, brother? Dude, friggin' sick, dude!
Yeah, give it the win.
I forgot how nice this car looks. It's just so simple. I'm honestly debating on making it my daily, just so that I don't have to drive the fucking Subaru everywhere. All right, let's go do some catch can stuff. We figured out a good spot. It's kind of tight in here to put anything extra. They have it pretty down pat, but we found a spot right here that will fit, and we mounted it up, and we got 2 lines going up this way, tucked under the intake, and then right to the catch can. So we're gonna pretty this up a little bit, make it not so bulky, and get everything bolted down, attached, and pretty much good to go. For those of you that don't know what a catch can is or what it's supposed to do, the valves that come off of the valve cover relieve crankcase pressure, and this one over here went off of the valve cover straight back into the intake, and that is what's leading me to believe that it's what's causing my burning oil, because it was covered in oil when we took it off. And so the point of the catch can is to just route the oil that's coming out of the line into a can which has baffling in it that will catch the oil, and then the clean air will come back up through and go to where it needs to go. So that's the whole purpose behind this. We're gonna leave the PCV the way it is. I replaced that a while ago, so I don't think it's a PCV issue. I think that it is the idle hose issue. So hopefully this fixes it, and if it doesn't, then we'll look into more things to fix it. We'll do compression tests and stuff like that, but overall I don't really think that the engine is hit or anything. The engine runs perfect. All right, well, car's running. Unfortunately, this isn't really something that's like climactic, like something's gonna happen immediately. This is something that you just kind of test over time and see if the car still burns oil and stuff. So I guess I'll just keep you guys updated about that. But I like where it's routed. It's super low key in the corner. The hoses look good, so I'm happy with it. Now, I want to do an oil change because the oil in this is old and thin and all that stuff. So let's do an oil change. All right, oil change is all complete. We went from, in terms of stuff that I needed to get done to the Soarer today, I'm pretty much all set, but I know Pierce and Clint are working on his caddy because he needs new bushings for his shifter, and Clint is the caddy specialist, as you will see in just a second.
Oh my god, you got parts! Hell yeah, bro. Parts on parts on parts!
So how's the shifter now?
It's freaking good, dude.
Yeah? Yeah, a lot better.
Dude, we got first gear, we got second gear, we got third gear, and we got E gear, I think.
E gear, economy.
We got fourth too, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's still learning process here, but
yeah,
easy to find.
And you've got a bunch of
I got some turbo parts.
Yeah.
I got center console with a little holder for my iPhone 8 Plus. Good camera.
Oh my god. He fucking loves that thing. I'm happy for him. Been driving the Soarer for like 15 minutes now. Don't really smell any oil, so that's a plus. Hopefully the catch can made a difference. Even if it didn't, you know, it's nice to get done on turbo cars, or, you know, any cars that, you know, make decent power, you know. It's just something good to have. So me and Pierce are making our way back to our shop right now. And Nate's gonna be there. He's gonna be doing some stuff to his Audi. He's getting his 5000 ready for the year, which, I mean, he's doing an entire engine swap, so it's not gonna be too easy, but he's capable. He's gonna be painting his block tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna film that. I might in the video when I get to the shop, not really sure, but we got a lot done. We got the oil change, I got the catch can, put the floor mats in, cleaned the car out. Pierce got his linkage fixed, hung out at the shop, had the barbecue. There's a lot of shit going on in this video. It was kind of all over the place, and I apologize for that. Everything that I need to do to this car from this point forward is just so goddamn expensive. And I have the Civic as well that I can buy stuff for, but I'm just trying to put my money towards this. This is the right move right now. The Civic will have stuff done to it, but I am really debating on getting that thing back and making it my daily, just because I can't stand driving the Subaru anymore. But we're on our way to the shop, so I'll talk to you guys when we get there.
5 minutes later.
So Pierce is behind me now. We took this road, which we normally don't like to take, but it's like a shortcut to get back to the shop. And they did road work to it, and now his tire's flat. His tire's like destroyed. We're trying to limp it back. He's behind me. I can see it. I went around him, and I just saw it on the ground. I was like, ooh, shit, dude. So we're trying to get back to the shop, and he's down one tire.
When the fuck did that happen?
They've been doing road work this entire time, but I didn't know it got that bad. As soon as you said Route 20, I was like, okay, we'll try it.
My wheelbarrow was getting a little loud, so I just didn't want to drive on.
Oh, yeah. She gone.
I saw you. I saw you taking bumps, and the whole fucking truck just.
Thankfully, we had other friends going to the shop, so they're gonna grab him a tire and some jacks and stuff, and we'll get there. So not only did Pierce get a flat, I got one too. Twinning. So I guess it's good that I pulled over with him. Fuck, Route 20. All right, well, today turned into not what I had expected, but we got the old wheels back on. I put one on this side too, that way just the two fronts are the same. I didn't want to be weird or anything like that, rocking one wheel, throw everything off, but I planned on swapping these wheels off anyways for the car to get painted, so I guess this is just gonna be the way the car is up until paint. I gotta figure out where, I'll show you guys this. On the 326 power wheels, they don't fill up air normally, and it's kind of a design flaw in my opinion, but you have to take this little cap off with a flat head, and then there's an adapter that you thread into here, and then you fill your air up with that. And me being me, I don't know where the adapter is. So one, I gotta order an adapter, and two, I gotta figure out if this tire is savable, and if not, then get another tire. But at least for now, the car can still drive, and that should be okay. But Pierce and I were both fine. He's got a wheel on, I got a wheel on, we're all good. But I'm gonna end the video here. Today was just kind of all over the place. We did the floor mats, we vacuumed the car, we did the catch can, we did the oil change. Pierce got his bushings done on the caddy. He got a bunch of turbo parts for his caddy as well, so that's gonna be sick. Paint should hopefully be next week or the week after for the Soarer, and then we can do all those videos on that. And that should be fun, but I'm gonna end the video here. Didn't expect today to turn out the way it did, but it is what it is. We're still driving. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys
Drag stance, boy.
in the next one.